Dance party on Mars. One day, while playing in their backyard, Leo, Mia, and Sammy heard a strange buzzing sound. It was coming from a glowing blue rock they'd found earlier and brought home. Suddenly, a hologram of a little green alien with sparkly antennae appeared. "Hello, Earth friends," the alien said, waving both his hands excitedly. "I'm Ziggle from Mars, and you're invited to the dance party on Mars." "A dance party? On Mars?" Mia gasped, eyes wide. Leo and Sammy immediately started trying out their coolest moves. "Yep. It's the biggest bash in the galaxy, and we need some Earth-style dancing," Ziggle explained. "There will be laser limbo, floaty disco, and we'll be serving the best Martian smoothies. Just step into the blue light, and whoosh, you'll be here in no time." Before they could even think, a shimmering blue light surrounded the kids, and suddenly they were zooming through space, whooshing past stars and planets until, thud, they landed gently on Mars. They looked around and saw the party in full swing. Aliens of all shapes and colors were grooving to a beat that echoed across the dusty red surface. Some aliens had 10 arms, perfect for wild arm-waving dances. Others had feet that glowed in the dark, making them natural disco stars. But the moment the Earth kids arrived, everyone stopped and stared. "Show us how Earthlings boogie," a fluffy, pink alien shouted. Leo started with the moonwalk, sliding backwards across the Martian dust, which made all the aliens cheer. Then Mia did the robot, and the aliens with their wiggly antennae started copying her moves. Sammy, not to be outdone, showed off his best breakdancing moves, spinning on his back and getting completely covered in red Martian dust. The crowd went wild. Just when they thought the party couldn't get any more fun, Ziggle shouted, "Time for the floaty disco." Everyone jumped up as a giant floating platform rose from the ground. When they stepped onto it, they realized why it was called floaty. They bounced with every step, as if they were on a giant trampoline. "This is awesome!" Mia laughed, bouncing in slow motion. "Look, I'm doing the space worm!" Leo shouted, flopping around like a wiggly noodle. The aliens loved it, and soon everyone was attempting their own version of the space worm, bouncing and wiggling across the platform. Then came the laser limbo. A glowing laser beam appeared, hovering just above their heads. Ziggle announced, "Bend and slide." The lower you go, the closer you are to being a limbo legend. One by one, the kids and aliens lined up. Leo bent backwards, wobbling as he passed under the laser. Mia did a graceful slide, and Sammy just barely ducked under, almost tipping over. When it was Ziggle's turn, he giggled nervously and stretched out his antennae to stay balanced, just managing to limbo under the laser without tripping over his tentacles. After hours of dancing, bouncing, and laughing, Ziggle announced, "And now, Martian smoothies for everyone." Ziggle handed them green smoothies with colorful, fizzy bubbles floating on top. Leo took a sip and laughed as the bubbles popped, making his hair stand up on end. "Whoa, I can feel it tingling." Mia giggled as her smoothie gave her a funny shiver. At the end of the party, Ziggle handed each of them a glowing rock, similar to the one they found back home. "This will bring you back to Mars whenever you're ready to dance again." As the blue light surrounded them, the kids waved goodbye, promising to return soon. Back on Earth, they blinked and looked around their backyard, now quiet and familiar. They all shared a knowing smile, clutching their new alien rocks. "Same time next week?" Leo grinned. "You bet." Sammy and Mia laughed, already practicing their best moves for their next dance party on Mars.